Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Sold Sign Real Estate Unplugged. If this is your first time, welcome. We are your favorite hosts and realtors, Lauren
and Naya.
And we are so happy that you decided to join us this week. So let's get right into this week's story.
All right. So imagine you walk into a gorgeous home, open floor plan, fresh paint, everything is updated. It feels like a dream until the inspector starts pulling back the layers and you realize that this flip was all lipstick with no license. So a seller listed a mid-century home in a desirable neighborhood, fully renovated, beautifully staged, and priced to sell. During showings, everyone raved about the quartz countertops, the recessed lighting, and the open kitchen concept. A young couple quickly grabbed the home, went under contract, and they were thrilled to own a move-in ready home. But once the home inspection began, that's when the red flags started to pop up. The electrical outlets weren't grounded. A load-bearing wall had been removed without proper reinforcement. Plumbing under the kitchen sink leaked and didn't meet code. And the HVAC system was replaced, but there were no permit records on file. The buyers were concerned, so their agent requested all contractor invoices and county permit records. The seller admitted that they had hired a friend who's done work before and didn't pull any permits. What's even worse is that they didn't disclose any of that. Because of the unpermitted work, the buyer's lender refused to clear the loan. The sale paused indefinitely. The seller scrambled, bringing in licensed contractors to reduce some of the work, scheduling re-inspections, and retroactively applying for permits. What should have been a 30-day close turned into 75 days of delays, extra cost, and stress. The buyers stuck with it because they loved the house, but they nearly walked away twice. It's definitely easy to be fooled by a beautiful place, but just because something looks updated doesn't mean that it was done right. And that's the thing. Most buyers don't walk around, looking for beams, wiring, or drainage, but the inspector will. And so you want to make sure you have the inspector and also follow up with the lender and the appraiser.
75 days. That seems to be, okay, 75 days. Insane. I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
Like going from 30 to 75 days. But you're right.
You're like, where do I begin?
Yeah, because when we talk to a lot of buyers, they may say, hey, we are looking for something turnkey, something that we can move right into.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, great. So we walk into a home in the DMV and we see it beautifully done, right? Perfectly renovated and what we think, right? Because we're not inspectors, so we can see certain things, right, but other things we may not be able to see, like getting into the weeds of things like an inspector. So we may see a house just as like realtors. We'll take our buyer, right, go see a house, and certain things we can be like, that looks a little, that wasn't really done right. You can kind of pick out some things. You can tell when some things are DIY. So it was okay. But it's like, it seems to be a big thing here too, especially I feel like in the city, like Baltimore City.
Because of the flips.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they may not be done correctly.
That is true.
But people see it, the buyers see the pictures and they look, it's moving ready.
Shiny.
It's exactly shiny penny, right? It's in there and it's like, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. But then you get in there and the inspector gets it and it's like, whoa, this is not what I was looking for. So it's like, oh, they may have, like you said, the little lipstick. What's that, like lipstick on a pig or something?
Yeah.
Putting things, just covering things up.
Yeah.
And until you have an inspection, which is, especially on those type of properties on flips, I feel like you should always get an inspection. That it's just it sucks that they saw it looked beautiful, but they realized, dang, this is not what I was expecting.
And that's I mean, the good thing is that they had the inspection and were able to get it resolved at the seller's expense.
Right.
I've also been in a position where I asked to see like permits and stuff.
Yes.
Because there was a house that had just so much like work done. So with that and the inspection report combined, I was like, I just need to see it. Like I need to see like the permits, and like some permits you can look up on your own.
Yeah.
So I did some of that, but I also wanted them to provide it to like be sure that I had everything for the buyer. So that was helpful, and they gave it and everything.
They had it.
They had it. So that when they had it, I was like, okay, I feel like we can continue like working through, you know, some of these things together. But yeah, had they not had it, then that would have been like a trigger, like red flag, and like now I might not feel as comfortable being an advocate for my buyer. I don't know that like for their protection, if they didn't have those permits and things, like how would I know that y'all did this right, or that you were going to do some of these repairs that we're asking for right? Yeah. So
like, what do you do in that situation? Because even when if someone has an inspection, if buyer does an inspection, and we as the agent write up in the PIN, in the property inspection notice, and we say, hey, these are things that my buyer wants fixed. If you don't put in there like buy a licensed contractor or buy a, like, I feel like that has to be in there, because if not, anybody can just do it. Yeah. And because if it's not written in there, it's not in writing saying, hey, it has to be by a licensed contractor, and even maybe saying like with receipt provided. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That way it covers all bases. You got to get licensed. The person has to be licensed, and they have to provide a receipt. So, but like you said, if they don't have that information, they don't have they're not pulling permits, or they don't have that information. It's like, we're not doing the due diligence for our client.
And it can be hard to know, did they have their friend who does work, or, you know, if this seller is an investor, you know that because, you know, the seller on there is listed as an LLC. You know that this may not be obviously probably wasn't their primary residence that they lived in, and they may have more of these slips. So they know people, they know contractors, they're connected to people, they do some of this work maybe themselves. And so it's like, you don't always know beforehand, you know, the work that was done before you came to see it, you don't know necessarily if it was licensed or not, but doing the due diligence to at least get the permit, and then anything that is asked for to be repaired, yes, like you said, specifying that it's from a licensed contractor and that they need to turn in the receipt, that I think is a good like way to cover yourself and the buyer, and hold them accountable for the work that needs to be done. So
no, I agree 1,000%. I think that would be there's no other way to do it.
Just especially like with a flip. I know. Just gotta be careful.
Do you feel like with because what did he flip? It was what kind of house was this? Oh, it was mid-century. So would it have been? Do you think it would have been? Okay, let's compare two properties. One that's complete, like a flip. One that's completely like renovated, not done by contract, like licensed people. It's just like investor, like you said, came in and did it. Or a house with great bones, major systems are updated, you know, HVAC, water heater, roof, all those things updated. But it needs some cosmetic work for sure. But we got buyers that are really like, we want turnkey, move-in ready. But I feel like sometimes what some buyers don't realize is, if you walk into a turnkey home like a flip, and they don't do the major systems, which cost a lot of money, but everything else looks really good.
That's a red. It's like, what are we looking at now? What you didn't even take you're sitting here. No, I don't like that. I do not know if you sat there and you painted walls and you put this nice countertop, but you didn't even have you didn't even have the respect, the audacity to like make sure the water heater was new, like the roof. That's like that. I do feel like that's disrespectful.
That is.
You sat here and you painted a pretty picture, but you didn't do the major things. No, now I feel like that's sloppy.
Because
why would you do them? I would rather you do those major things.
Exactly. And then the rest of the house.
Maybe you did the major things. Maybe you just did some paint. But like, okay, I might have to replace floors myself because you still got carpet and I want vinyl, whatever. Like. You didn't even do come on. You didn't even do the water heater and the HVAC at the least.
I feel like
I'm not okay with
focus on
that. Yeah,
but
I'm not okay with that.
When they walk in, they not looking at that. They're just like, oh my God, it has the gas range. It has has a wall oven. It has this. It has everything that I've been looking and I've been envisioning. But then when we go down to the basement or whatever, I go outside, look at the roof, look at the siding, and we're like, this still needs. This was definitely a DIY job. Should not have. I mean, I don't know.
I just feel like that is, if you're going to do it, or you're going to do everything else, then you need to do everything.
Right.
Why are you skipping that?
Just do it. Just
like,
do it.
No.
If you're going to skip certain stuff, do like builder grade paint. Right? Yeah. Skip there. Don't do like the heavy, crazy paint. Do the builder grade paint. That's what the builders do. They do builder grade. You touch the wall and I'm sure you can see spots on it. But you know what? It's okay. Just do builder grade paint, but still definitely do major systems, hot water heater. HVAC, hot water, roof, floors. I mean, if the carpet is horrible, okay, replace the carpet. It doesn't have to be with LVP flooring, but I just feel like if you cut the corners on the major things, electrical's huge too.
On electrical, I just don't even trust nothing else now because you didn't even do like the most important things.
Yeah. And as an investor, you should know.
Yeah, you should.
You should know what those things are. Yeah.
You sat here and you made the most detailed artistic backsplash, but you didn't replace the water heater. I can't. I'm not gonna support that.
And these say electrical outlets weren't grounded, the plumbing.
That's the bare minimum.
And the HVAC system was replaced, but there were no permit records on file. So that's a little weird. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like don't have me look up the permits and it's nothing there.
Right.
That's crazy to me.
And sellers just be open and honest. Be transparent.
Right.
You're probably going to find out anyway.
Because they didn't disclose anything. So now it's just
right.
Come on.
Yeah. So you gotta just tell us. Yeah. Tell us what we need to know and let my buyers decide whether or not they want to buy the house or not. But a lot of sellers ain't gonna want to do that. They're gonna be like, no, it'll be better if we just keep quiet. And now if something's already fixed, right?
Yeah.
Things are fixed. Okay, fine. But if we then ask you, hey, we need a permit for this because the inspector called it out and you don't have one, then you need to go back and get one.
Yeah.
Or you need to go back and have it redone by someone else. Because obviously the first time it wasn't done correctly. Right. Have it redone by someone licensed who can give us a receipt and a permit, and then we can move forward.
Yes.
Because why get all the way here and then we got to back out because you didn't do what you were supposed to do or didn't disclose something that probably should have been disclosed in the beginning.
Yeah.
So
I feel like at that point they do realize let me just make this right. Oops, you got me. Let me make this right. Or you're gonna go through this again with somebody else. So
boom, just for the next buyer,
before this opportunity slips away, you might want to just correct it.
Just go ahead.
Oh goodness,
might as well do it. So the next time you fall in love with a flip, bring your agent, bring your inspector, and a healthy dose of little curiosity because you're going to want to know what's behind the walls and, don't just walk in oh, this is great. And you're just looking at the sparkle stuff. It's some other stuff that you're going to have to deal with as a homeowner. That's what we're here for, to make sure that you don't buy something like that and you're covered. So thank you. Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
sorry.
No.
I was about to wrap this up.
I want to say one more thing. Home warranties.
Yes.
Home warranties are really important, obviously, because they can cover the major appliances and stuff if something needs a repair or a replacement. But there are some home warranty plans that will cover work that was not done properly permitted or correct. Yes.
I don't think
Yes. What? One that we use often. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but
shoot. Yeah. One of the companies we use?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, age?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh.
They have a plan where because I've read.
I know that's
in the
right.
fine lines of this one. Because I have read in their fine lines, in not their first tier, because there's probably 3 tiers or so probably the second and the third one, but you can, in this package, it's covered in warranty if there were modifications or work done improperly, with or without permit, they will cover modifications. So
So that's like in their the two highest packages?
Yeah, I believe it's in the definitely the highest, but I think it's the middle and the third one should have that.
But good thing is we always get those packages for clients, like, or we make sure that they get the highest package. But I didn't know that they will cover, because I thought it was
an extra.
That is
go ahead and get that extra protection.
I love that, because usually it's usually not that easy. I love that. No, because I trust you. I'm like, I know you. I'm like, what is the fine
print? But yeah, I remember specifically that they will cover for like improper modifications or work.
Okay, well, good to know. Now
go ahead and get a home warranty also.
Yes, home warranty is key. That saves you so much money.
Yes.
You have no idea.
Really.
It saves you so much money. And there are a bunch of them. So there are different ones. Do you want to say the one we use all the time?
We use American Home Shield a lot.
There's Cinch.
Yeah, there's Cinch. There's one, I want to say it's called Eagle something, that a few more recent folks have used. So yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, so when you buy a house, just make sure you get it and you add it on. It's worth it. It's a yearly fee, but once a technician comes out, it's usually a deductible, like $100. So just giving y'all a little extra tip, just in case y'all get into this type of predicament. So
yes.
Yeah. So thank you guys again for joining us for another episode. Please follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and we are on every podcast platform, whatever is your favorite. Please listen to us or watch us, and we look forward to seeing you next week.